our, wait a minute. I want to welcome everyone to our program today. We're very fortunate to have someone from Thistle Farms, and I can't wait to hear her. As far as news is concerned in the league, the board is really working hard. And we are doing, if you've been reading The Voter, you'll see all that we're involved in. And there's things popping up. It's almost like whack-a-mole, that game where you pound things down and something else pops up. We've got stuff happening in education, stuff happening in voting, voter services, stuff happening in the whole issue around redistricting, which is challenging for all of us, even though we know that our impact will be minimal, but we can continue to educate, which is extremely important. I have a feeling that if we start educating about the 2030 census sooner than 2029, we might have a better outcome across the state. So that's something to think about. We forget that. And the other piece of it is that we are working on reaching out to the neighborhoods with huge community outreach efforts going forward. We've been talking to people, and I'm still talking to the council people. In fact, I have an appointment with one today. So we're busy. We lead good members. We are always taking memberships. So please, 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 if you're not a member, join us. And if you are a member, stay tuned. And now I'm going to turn it over to the team. I'm not sure who's introducing me today. Okay, Carol.
Well, let's put it this way. This is certainly going to be a shared presentation. When we first decided that we wanted Thistle Farms to come and speak, and Magdalene, we were planning on being in person, and the whole idea behind it was to have a little gift shop set up so that people could buy presents to give folks at Christmas time as we listen to how Magdalene morphed into Thistle Farms and all the things that they have done. Well, needless to say, we're not meeting in person, and so we will encourage you to go by the shop, or I don't even know if you can order online, but I'll find that. We'll find that out in a minute. Anyway,
You can order online.
Good, thank you.
Mhm.
Upshot of it all is that Karen had set up the program, and at the last minute, the person who was supposed to be our speaker was in a car accident.
Okay.
And so she couldn't come, and we scrambled at the last minute, and we have ended up with an amazing young woman. I had a 45-minute conversation with her yesterday, and I love her. Her name is Terrie Moore, and she is the most recent star pupil of Thistle Farms. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying that in about 2 seconds. And when the video that I'm getting ready to show you stops, Terrie, you can take over, okay? Great.
Okay, I will say.
Now, Karen's going to take over right this minute.
She is.
Yeah.
And she's also realized that you've stopped, I'm no longer your favorite.
Oh, well, you know, sometimes other people have to be my favorite.
Oh.
Right, Terrie?
Here we go.
Okay.
Ready? Scene one, take one.
I can't see it. I'm sorry. Can y'all see it? No. Okay.
Can you see it?
Can
No.
anybody see it? Can you hear it?
No, can you
I
share
can
your,
hear, but I don't see it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? You know what one needs to do? Not only do the share, but you actually have to hit the button share.
See
Somebody,
it
I
now.
don't know.
We can see
Really?
it. I can see it now.
I'll bet you can.
You can see it now?
It's because I
Okay.
hit the share button.
Okay, let's go again.
Ready? Scene one, take one.
Lifetime is teaming up with Regents Bank and its nonprofit community partners to give Terrie this amazing gift of a lifetime. Exciting.
My name is Terrie Moore. I work in the Education and Outreach Department here at Thistle Farms. I work with different sister orgs to help find women beds. I do education workshops. That's my main role here. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. Around the age of 4, that was the first time I remember being sexually abused. Okay, Can we stop for a minute? Okay. I remember going to high school. It's crazy because I remember looking around the classroom. I'm like, I wonder who's going to be, on drugs. And I used to look around and it ended up being me.
Terrie is a young woman who hit the bottom before she knew that she was really in a bad situation. And then she got introduced to Thistle Farms by her aunt and went over there and worked really, really hard.
It helped me to figure out what my dreams are, what my goals are. I had no clue what to do when I came here. When I grabbed hold of this community, I ain't let go since. Like, it has been nothing short of amazing.
Wore my Christmas holiday outfit because this is the biggest Christmas present that I've ever gotten to be a part of. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow. Oh my
Hi,
God.
Terrie.
Oh my goodness.
I'm Reba McIntyre. Terrie, this beautiful, fully furnished apartment from apartment 2B is yours for the next 2 years, free of charge.
Oh my
Girl, you are loved. Look at all of this they brought in here for you.
God.
This is gonna be your kitchen.
Oh my goodness.
Look at your stockings. One for you and your 2 children. There's gifts for Leslie and for London and for you. Terria's reaction was priceless. I was just glad she knew who I was in the first place, but then.
Reba was in my home with me. What?
But then to walk in and she saw Leslie and London's name in there in their bedroom. Let's look at this place.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
thank you, Father.
Got your room to see now. Come on. You and your children are going to have a nice place to live. 2 years, rent free.
Oh my God.
Isn't that sweet?
Oh God, thank you, Jesus. I'm so grateful to Lifetime, to Thistle Farms.
This is a beautiful place and they've decorated it so nicely.
And I didn't even know if I was gonna get a place and to find it for my babies' presents. Like, I've been working overtime to make sure they had a wonderful Christmas.
They are. They are.
I am shaking on the inside. I just feel so blessed.
It'll be a special Christmas, isn't it?
It's a wonderful lifetime.
All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that because I definitely enjoyed it. So good afternoon. My name
Josh,
is
and I
Terrie.
found my place on Zumper. Our
Sorry about
previous
that.
landlord searched
It's-
us with an intent to sell, and I just found Zumper to be the most efficient.
It's the exciting thing about YouTube basically decides you
Yes,
want another
it
one?
just keeps going. Yes.
You want another one? You want another one? You want another one?
Well, thank you all. I am so grateful to be here. As you can see, I've had some really great moments these past few weeks. So I'm just super excited to be able to be on this platform. And I thank you for all the work you are doing right now. So it's just good to meet you all again. My name is Terrie, and I am a resident at Thistle Farms. I will be completing December 13th. So I have just a few more days left, and then I will be complete. But I just wanted to light this candle. And this is something we do in our meditation every day. Well, every Wednesday. We do our meditation, and we always say we light this candle for the babies born in this world without a voice or a choice. We also light this candle for all our fallen sisters. May they see the light because we are the light. So I wanted to share that with y'all. And I wanted to share a quick meditation with y'all so y'all can get the full effect of Thistle Farms. And then I'll get into the good stuff, okay? So spiritual principle, and this is our, this is our Find Your Way book. It's written by Becca and survivors. So if you're ever looking for a good meditation book, this is one of them. And I'm reading Spiritual Principle 20, Reach Back. We light a candle for the next woman coming off the streets and for the person still living in the ditch. To keep the candle burning and the circle roaring, we reach back for the next woman who is sick and suffering. We reach back because in so doing, we find meaning and purpose in our own lives for our own suffering. Even when they don't show up for the help they sought out, begged for, I'm going to reach back. Even when they lied, conned, and manipulated me into believing them one last time, I want to reach back. Even when I know I got burned over and over in the past, I still want the best for them. Even when my heart is still bleeding from the past and I can barely stand to look at them or be in their presence, I still want to reach back. Even when I don't understand why they keep making the same bad decisions over and over again, I must reach back. Even when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, I can't understand why they want to stay stuck, wallowing in the hurt, trapped like this. I'm going to continue to reach back. I have to, because one day they will see the light and find their way back home, just like I did. And I've got to continue being the light, just like I was taught here, because I know a lot of the time I am the only light that person ever sees. Love heals. And that's by one of my sisters, Tiffany Thomas. So, all right, let's get into the good stuff. And I just want to give you all a good history about Thistle Farms. So Thistle Farms was born in 1997. Becca, she had a vision, and she always tells us like she wished she would have dreamed bigger. And I don't see how this wasn't a big dream looking at the process it has made, but she always said she wished she could have dreamed bigger. But she started with 5 women. And I have a chance to know one of those 5 women. She teaches some groups here, but she started with just 5 women. And she made sure that their physical, emotional needs were met. She made sure they got a stipend, they had a beautiful home. She always says, live lavish. So she's always made sure that the homes look decent. But her very first home, like they made sure that it looked really nice. And so what she kept finding out though, when they were trying to get jobs, that they could not get a job. So that's what got her the idea in 2001 to start the social enterprise, because the women had records and no one wanted to hire them. Well, she made sure they had a job by starting Thistle Farms. And so it went on from there, and it has just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to read the rest of this. So these humbling beginnings have grown into a social enterprise with 3 branches. It is a body and home. It's the cafe at Thistle Farms, and we have the Thistle Farms Global Share Trade. Together, these innovative and successful enterprises gross over $3.8 million. Okay, I just had to say that serious, just like that, okay? Because that is amazing. Like she started, and she always says she's a beggar, but that is amazing, because I work with different organizations and you would be surprised what they have to try to live on with women. So like what we're doing here, stop recording. Back in progress, okay. Okay. So, okay, let me finish it. Currently employ 56 survivors at our Nashville campus. And when I say 56 survivors, there is graduates, there are people that are in the residential program. All the residents, they start working here. Now, after a year, you can go somewhere else, but a lot of people rather stay, and then we have women who are just in recovery, they came through another organization and they work here. And so today, Thistle Farms is the largest organization of its kind, providing women survivors physical, psychological, and financial recovery in the U.S. So like we're the biggest, okay? The biggest nonprofit that is providing employment, but also free housing for women, also therapy. Like even though I complete this month, I will still have free therapy for another year. So, and I can honestly tell you, therapy changed my life. I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago. I was very broken, and we're gonna get into that as soon as I finish giving y'all this history lesson. But so let me see what else. And then also, I just want to let you know that our Action Network, we have 100+ organizations that are implementing Thistle Farms. And what I mean by that is our sister orgs. So we have 569 beds in our network right now. And then we have 64 open sister orgs, and then we have 46 in development. So, and I'll get more into that once I finish. So I'm just going to give y'all some of my personal aspect and, you know, how I came here and, you know, just kind of how my life turned a little upside down and then I got back up. So, I was born here in Nashville. And I know y'all seen the video too, so I can kind of move on from that one. So I was born here in Nashville. I was raised by a 2-parent home. My parents are still married today. And my parents loved me, but you know, things happen behind closed doors, and you know, they always say secrets keep you sick. Well, I remember the first time I ever told my mom that someone was sexually abusing me. I don't know, like, I feel like she did the best she knew how, but she did not understand. So she took it the wrong way and she beat my bottom, you know, she really put it on me. And so from that day forward, I felt like I could never be honest, you know? So if something was uncomfortable to me, I was just, you know, I would hold it all in. And that's when the beginning of, you know, it started of me being rebellious. And, you know, I don't remember ever being taught about sex or drugs. You know, I just kind of learned from my environment. So as I got older, I started to get a liking to men, and my father worked a lot. So it almost was just like a single parent home. Like all he did was work to make sure he took care of the household. And we never needed for nothing, but he worked a lot. So I missed that father figure. As I got into high school, that's when I began to really just express myself sexually. You know, I thought that that's how you were supposed to be. I'll say I was hot, you know, but I remember right before I went to high school, I ran away from home. At 13, I ran away from home with this guy, and he ended up raping me. And that almost, it gave me confirmation that I was supposed to be used by men. I was already being molested as a child from, I'll say about from 4 to all the way to about 12 years old. I was molested by family members. And so, like I said, when my mama spanked me, I was just denied of ever expressing that, like, is this bad or good? So I feel like I was doing something wrong. So I needed to be submissive to these people so it wouldn't be a problem, you know? So I just grew up thinking that that was okay, you know, that I was doing the problem, you know? I just let them do this. So after he raped me, I was still dealing with this guy, you know? Like he had took my virginity. And I was still dealing with him after he raped me. So when I went back home, my parents sent me to juvenile. So I never did tell them what happened. Not until, you know, I got into this healing phase here. So as time go on, I'm going through high school, and the first time I got pregnant was at 14 or 15. And my dad took me to get an abortion, not my mom, my dad. And I couldn't understand why they were making me, you know, why they were making me do that. And it hurt me so bad. It really did. It hurt so bad. But today I understand why. You know, I couldn't even imagine my life with 3 kids. Okay. So I understand a little bit better. But I end up getting into another relationship with a guy when I was about 17. And I did get pregnant again with my son, Leslie. And that was a good period of time. I graduated 3 weeks after I had birth with him, after I had birth. And then I got into an abusive relationship. And this guy would just slap me out of nowhere in the car, wherever. And the last straw was when he, you know, tried to kill me, picked me up, threw me in the tub, you know, pulled me out, flushed my head in the toilet. It was really bad, you know. And so I just, like, something told me to just pray. And I started praying, and I said, are you really going to kill me in front of my son? And it stopped him, and he ran off, and, you know, but again, I went back with him after he tried to kill me. And my parents had came in and was like, no, this cannot happen. Like they pulled me up out of there and they wasn't having that. So moving on, I was in college at this time. I went to Tennessee State University and I held down a good job. I was working at Target as a manager. And so it was really good from that period, you know. And then I got pregnant with my daughter, London. She's amazing. I got pregnant with London in 2013. And I remember getting out the hospital, and I was breastfeeding at the time, and they gave me some pills, like it was called Percocet. And I will never forget, like after I stopped breastfeeding, I don't know what made me wait to take these meds, but I waited to after, you know, like I was like, okay, I'm pumped out. I don't think it's enough milk. We're going to go to formula. And I took these meds and it made me feel like Superman, you know, it made me feel like I could accomplish, do anything. And it was an opiate, you know, and it was very highly addictive. And no one ever told me that. The doctor didn't tell me that. No one told me that this was addictive. And so at that point, like from that day on, I was addicted, but I was in denial. You know, I never felt like I was addicted. So then I dropped out of college. I dropped out of college in my junior year. I stopped working because I had London. So, you know, I wasn't a single mom, you know. Her dad was there with me, but he was, you know, selling drugs. And so that's when I began. I was doing drugs and selling drugs. And it got really bad. And so I remember one day I couldn't find any pills. And this is the day that the drugs took over me. You know, I thought I was in control then, but this day right here, I lost all control because I couldn't find any opiates. So somebody told me about heroin and I tried it and I never went back. Like my life it burned just like this candle all the way down to the ashes. I was through. I was done. I had nothing. And you couldn't have told me that, you know. I was in so much denial. I remember coming home to my place in the sheriff department, bringing all my stuff outside, my kids' toys, everything. And I was still in denial that nothing was wrong, you know, like I didn't have a problem. And I became homeless. And I could always go to my parents, but I couldn't do whatever I wanted to do. So, you know, they're not having that. So now they have my babies. And I'm in and out of their lives. You know, I want to go over here and do this and then come back and falling out and overdosing and, you know, just making life really miserable for everybody that loves me. So at some point, I woke up and I remember, like, you get really sick when you don't have heroin. You throw up, you know, you dry heave, it's just a really bad withdrawal. And, you know, I would tell anybody, please don't do drugs. It's not worth it. I lost a lot of myself. In these 2 years, I've had to work really hard to find who I really am. But I know that this life was made for me. God puts his strongest soldiers in the hardest battles. So I know, you know, I could only do this, you know. So I woke up and I was tired. And I went to treatment. But I knew those 45 days, that short-term treatment wasn't enough. And so I had an aunt that came through Thistle Farms program. And I said, hey, I'm ready. I need some help. I need to get out of this. Like I was maybe, and I'm not a big person, but I was about 87 pounds soaking wet. I didn't eat. All I did was do drugs, y'all. That's all I did. And stay in trouble, you know? Every car I got, just by maybe some taxes or something, every car was taken. It was either pawned for drugs or it was taken in repo. Like I never had anything in my drug addiction. It was never mine to begin with. And so I finally got to this place right here, Thistle Farms. God he led me to this place, and every person here has just given me so much grace. Coming into this program, knowing it was 2 years, I was like, okay, I'll do maybe about 6 months and I'm gonna go, you know, I'm gonna leave, you know. Oh no, that didn't happen that way. So I got here, and when I say love really does heal, because I was so traumatized, like I didn't trust women at all. Like I didn't like to deal with women at all because I felt like they were just like me, very catty and very sneaky. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, get to the men because they were easily for me to, adapt with, and I could, teach them stuff. So, but there were no men in sight. So I had to deal with the women. And when I say I have gained so many new sisters, they gave me so much love. When I came in, they gave me this amazing welcome basket, you all, and it had a towel and rag and chips and drink. It just had everything. And then they gave me money. I didn't have to do anything for that stipend. All I had to do was love on myself. That's all I had to do was get some rest and get myself, like they gave me money for free. I didn't have to do anything. So, that was really wow for me. And so, as I'm growing in the program, I was like, okay, I'm going to do everything I need to do. Like something just clicked on in me that I wanted more and more and more, because everything they were telling me, it wasn't hurting me. It was helping me. Every suggestion I took and I did it, it helped me grow inside. I feel like it was times I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. And I feel like I'm pretty today, I'm confident today. So as I'm going on in this program, I am doing holistic groups. I am getting yoga. I am doing DBT. I am doing therapy every week, sometimes twice a week. Like my therapist will be on call for me, just prostitution groups. I never knew that I was prostituting myself. I didn't think that. I thought like, we're just grown people trading something for trade. But once you trade your body, or once you sell that part of yourself, you are prostituting. And I couldn't understand that. So I had to heal from that aspect too. Like I didn't understand that I was using my body to get drugs. I just thought I was just, I didn't get it. And so that prostitution group really helped me to understand and forgive myself for doing things like that. Because I did some animalistic things. I really did, but today I'm not ashamed of that. I once was, but I'm not ashamed of it today, that's what I had to do, and I did it, and it's over with, I'm so glad God forgives me and I forgive myself. And so, it gets better and better. So I started to work. I started to earn my own money. I'm taking care of my babies from in the program. I'm getting my visitations with them. Finally I get to spend the night with them. Like everything is just happening. I'm not going to say it was perfect because I had my storms. I had my moments where I wanted to run out the door. I had those times where I wanted to give up. I didn't want to keep doing this. It wasn't easy. By no means, but once you get that set in your mind that, hey, I want a better life for myself. I want to make something of myself. I want my kids to look up to me. Once you get that, mind frame, like I need to do something different. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm dragging this. Like I talk a lot. So I hope y'all okay. Let me know if y'all get sleepy. I'll talk even louder. So, but yes, like I was just growing and growing. So I kept working in manufacturing, and finally I was like, hey, I want something more. And so I worked even harder, and I got a new position, and now I work in education and outreach, and I get to help women just like myself get into a program. I also get to host the education workshops. Like I get to do a lot of hands-on things and a lot of outreach and talk to women that are just like me, that are struggling and don't know how to get out of that situation. And so it's been nothing but amazing. I don't know if y'all have any questions for me, but would you like me to keep going on, Carol, and give the information about how giving and what we do with, Thistle Farms products around the holidays? I'm sorry, y'all, but yes, like I love my life today. Okay.
You have done a wonderful job of sharing a Christmas gift that couldn't be any more perfect. You have shared with us the gift of hope.
Yes.
And you are such a representative of what all the hope that Thistle Farms brings to people. Yes, go for a few minutes into what Thistle Farms is, what the products are, and how we can stuff stockings or whatever with some of the products. And then the other thing I'd like you to touch on very briefly is two things that you and I talked about. One was how Thistle Farms now has satellite programs in how many different places?
Our sister
And-
orgs, yeah. Yeah, I am definitely
Okay.
going to talk about that.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed my story. So I'm going to get into like just our products and our purchasing. So our purchase products, we use economic power for good. Your purchase supports our mission and provides employment for women survivors. So two of them, how you can support is becoming a donor. So $25 covers a weekly stipend, $50 pays for counseling sessions, and then $100 provides a month of food. And then it just goes on and on. We have corporate partnerships, which is amazing. You know, we have a really good lady over that. Awesome. And then we have a sign up for advocacy. If you want to ever do any of that, volunteer for that. We have volunteer services where you can come and help us around Christmas because it is super busy. Do you know, like candle work, our manufacturing has to do about 50,000 candles within the next week or so. It is blowing up. We got some really good new candles out. They smell amazing. Cheers. Okay, and then please go support us on Amazon, Smile, and Kroger Community. Have y'all ever heard of Amazon Smile on when you order stuff on Amazon? Yeah, so Amazon Smile, and I have mine too. Amazon Smile, you can pick any nonprofit to support. That's Miss Linda. Hey, Miss Linda, I seen you shaking your head. So you go on Amazon and tell them like, hey, well, don't tell them, but you can look up Amazon Smile and just click in which nonprofit you want to support. And Thistle Farms pops right up. And whenever you purchase something, we get a little percentage of that, whatever you want to buy on Amazon, okay? And so let me go over to here, make sure I get everything. So you said talk about our products. We have some really great products. Like I said, I came from manufacturing. We make everything with love. But let me tell you something about Thistle Farms. Like they always make sure we have the best of the best. When I say, there we go. Yes, that's it right there. Thank you. So when I say they spend a lot of money on just wrapping the gifts, like the boxes. We also spend a lot on our body balm, our oils. Our oils are amazing. The diffuser oils and also the healing oils. And we do that with our hands. You know, we pour every candle with our hands. We wick them. We cut the wicks. You know, we do all of this by hand. So just know that when you purchase something from here, you're helping a woman come off the streets, get back into her family, love on herself, also in helping her sisters around her. Like it is, when I say, and like, I don't really like selling things, but this is something that I will sell because it has a real true purpose of love. Like it is so fun to work here. Come and work with us just for a day or two. Like we have the sewing train line working, like it is amazing. We have a great time here. And so when y'all asked me to do this, I was like super happy to do it. But and then I'll go over our global department. So I did tell you that story. So our global department is, oh, I love it. I love it. We have this thing called Fair Trade. And what Becca made sure she does was that these people, that it wouldn't be a middleman. So they get 60% of the sale. See, the middleman usually gets most of the money, but all our global partners get 60% of the sale. It is so amazing. So one of our global partners, I think they're in Rwanda. I hope I'm saying it right. Yes. Yes, say it for me, Carol.
Rwanda.
That's it. Okay, I'm so sorry. Sorry. So they're there, and they make these welcome mats for us. But believe it, like their welcome mat has a life jacket sewed into the welcome mat from them being refugees going across. Not sure what the river they went across, but for them to go to safety, they had on life jackets, and a lot of them lost their lives doing this. But the women who didn't, they sewed their life jackets into these welcome mats. So look for those welcome mats it's such an amazing story. And I hate because I didn't get the full story completely, but y'all get the picture, right? Okay. Another thing is our storefront, our cafe's food is so good. I like probably about 30% of my check goes back to the cafe because I like it. I really like to eat and it's good, it's fresh, but I always have to order like over the phone and act like I'm somebody else because I don't want to stand in a long line. So yeah, don't tell them that, but it's okay. So, but the food is amazing. I know, Carol, you'll be here next week, right? So please, I will make sure that we eat lunch together, okay? I really want you to try this good food. But our cafe, all of our social enterprise do very well. And Global, they kind of had a hard time getting up there, but Becca believed in it. Becca has always believed in it, and her visions always come to life, you know. It didn't do very well at the beginning, but it's just really excelling right now. It's doing a great job. Our wholesale is doing great. Let me see. We have these really cute Christmas ornaments. I think y'all should get too, like some little panda bears, and they're all handmade. You know, someone is knitting them together. They're so cute. Little kangaroos. They're so cute. I have some on my tree. So yeah, and then like we have this little wooden one that says "Love Here." Some really beautiful Christmas stuff. Our apparel, like our new hats and everything, looks so good. No, we're not making paper from t-shirts anymore. I know. Wouldn't that still be amazing? That is real old school. Okay, you trying to go way before my time. Don't leave me out, girl, please.
Old school. Very
Yes,
old.
oh my goodness. When they told me that story, I was like, you did what?
It was fantastic.
Huh?
It was great.
Wow.
And we
Oh my
made,
goodness.
it was, and you'd make Christmas
Yes.
ornaments and houses and all. It was fantastic. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it around here for Christmas. Like everyone just
Oh,
gets
yeah.
on board and helps everyone. Because like my little department is small, you know, and we're not as busy, and we love just going around wherever we need it, we're helping. So, you know, when they tell me to pick this up, I'm like, all right, move the schedule out the way because I ain't got much to do. So yes, I was super excited to do this, you know, wherever I can help, I'm willing to do it because Thistle Farms always has my back, no matter what. Like I can call any one of them and they answer, you know? So I love the fact that y'all connected with us. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot a story. So I know you all are the ones who help with the voters registration, and y'all help women get their voting rights back. So one of our sisters, Lanita, day before yesterday, she just got her voting rights back. And she was a felon. Rachel, she got her voters' rights back, and she was a felon. And Shell, she got her voters' rights back, and she was a felon. So I just wanted to share that with y'all and let y'all know, like, this is amazing, you know? That's some good stuff. You know, we like, and I'm not going to say all women are counted out, but we're not equally paid. You know, we always have to fight even harder for position. I love men. I love y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Don't get me. Okay. But yes, like, you know, it is just a little difficult as a woman. As a woman, we're over sexualized, you know, like it is difficult. So I just love women. I love y'all all over the world. I appreciate you women on here helping women to just do better. Let's celebrate each other. You know, I appreciate it. Okay, so, and then what was the other thing, Carol? Sister Org. Okay, so again, we have 569 beds in our network, in our national network. And we always have like, anyone ever been to one of our education workshops? Which usually y'all probably wouldn't need to, but no one wants to start a little Thistle Farms, do they? Well, okay. If you ever do, we have, she is really cracking up. I love it, Karen. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. So we have this education workshop every other 2 months. So we just had one in November, and we're getting ready to have one in January. And when I say, like, I always learn from the education workshops. So we talk about, and we share all of our information. Like, we're never trying to be in competition with anyone. We want everyone to win because there are still addicts on the street that need help. So, and I don't think that a job will ever be completed, but it's always good to work towards that. And so those education workshops teaches us how to do outreach, talks about what type of board members you should have, from the social enterprise, justice enterprise. They always argue about that, Hal and Becca, like, is it a social or justice? So whichever one you want to call it. But we also talk about our residential program, what the pause means. It is just a broad thing to go through because it helps you really get in tune and learn about Thistle Farms and how we work and what we do on a regular basis. So that's another thing our national network does. And then we have a conference coming up in March, and we are celebrating 25 years next year. Woo! Okay. Celebrating 25 years of just pure love and healing. And so we're doing a conference in March, and we're going to have keynote speakers. It's like a 2.5-day workshop, and it's going to be at the Preston Hotel. And it's just, again, it's like a bigger education workshop, like on steroids maybe. And so we have people from all over the world that come, and we just share information. We have a keynote. We have Kit Ford coming. We have Yvette Christie. And we also have Becca, one of our keynotes, and Hal definitely speaking there. But we have a lot of good, good sister organizations coming and just bringing it, bringing the love and support. And so that's something that our network does. But again, our sister orgs, we have a lot of them. We have 3 of them in Pennsylvania. We have Created Tampa, that's in Tampa, Florida. We have Mimi Nichols, that is in Love Arms in Chattanooga. We have Thistle and Bee, that is in Memphis, Tennessee. We have, let me see, can I remember? Oh, we have Bright Star Community, that is in Rochester, New York. We just got a new one, Sparrow Place, which is in New Freedom, Pennsylvania. But like, we worked with them just with everything they did, from telling them what type of security cameras to have, what type of phones to put on. She was like, should I put the phone on the wall or should I put it on the table? I'm like, okay, yes. It was just amazing walking through that with her, but also being the first one to send a woman there. And she is really doing good, So I believe in helping and learning and just educating people because, I didn't come in here trauma informed. I had a lot of trauma, but I didn't understand that I had trauma. So, I love the fact that a lot of us are trauma informed and, we welcome people with open arms and we meet people where they are. And that's the great thing about Thistle Farms. But let me see. Oh, so our sister organizations, we meet once a month and we just share information. We talk about what they're going through, who's left, is anybody, overdosed, or, what's the percentages. We talk about all of that good stuff. But most of all, we come together and just bring love and encouragement and appreciation. And that's such a good thing. I know we just got our new policy director, which is Alyssa Bernard. And when I say she is putting the laws down, she is stationed in Washington, D.C., and she is doing an amazing job. I pray y'all go look at our website and just go see all of the good stuff she's doing over up in D.C. She's getting some laws together. So I know that would be a plus for you all. Okay. So does anyone have any questions? Q&A time, because I have talked for exactly 45 minutes. I think I need some water. Okay. Anyone, ask me anything.
So I cannot begin to tell you, is it Terrie? Is that how I pronounce your name?
Terrie, yes.
Okay. How grateful I am to the League for bringing you on, first of all, because now that I've heard you speak, I can't imagine not having met you. Tell Carol that she's going to go have lunch with you. So I'm going to have to try to come meet you too. I hope you don't mind.
I
Because
would love it.
I'll come shop, of course.
Yes.
But you are a wonderfully engaging and charismatic and just fantastically passionate ambassador for Thistle Farms. Just so you know, ironically, so I'm going to be starting a for-profit personal development platform because I've retired from corporate. I'm a life strategies coach, and I was looking for an organization to which I would donate a portion of the proceeds. And so I had some thoughts, but had not done any research. And I feel sort of bad that I'm not going to do any more research because based on just meeting you, I think I have found the organization. So I don't have a question so much as I have I'll do more exploration of your organization. Like you said, I've already been on the website and do plan to purchase gifts. And I hope you don't mind if I come meet you and try to volunteer.
I would love that. I would love that, Karen. That's awesome. Thank you.
Let me let someone else speak, but it's just overwhelmingly wonderful to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You got several questions over on the chat bar.
Oh, okay.
You want
hold
to pick
on.
those up? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay, so the store and cafe hours. Now let me think. I know on Mondays they don't open up to 11, but I do believe the cafe closes at 4 o'clock. Now the storefront is opening 3. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't work that hard, but thank you. Okay, and so our storefront, I do believe they're on holiday hours right now. Do you know that one, Jack? Because I can't remember that one. I think it might be 6 o'clock for the storefront. Hold on, you know what? Let me just do this real quick.
It's amazing what Google will do for you.
Right.
Yeah. And it's to answer the question about where it is, it's over on Charlotte between
5122 Charlotte Pike.
Yeah.
And there's a big thistle up on the top of the building, so
yeah.
you can't miss it.
Where did that? Do you know who made that? It's a metal sculpture
I think
of a
it's the
thistle.
Steve Minnieworth, but I don't know for sure.
I don't remember. I remember when it went up. So the cafe and the it's the whole block of buildings.
And I'm with Magdalene. Lavender is absolutely my favorite smell too.
And if you're old school like some of us, we used to go and actually get the lavender, go and get stung by bees and get the lavender, and it was great.
So online it's still saying the store closes at 3, but I want to make sure I get that correct because I could have sworn that they were on holiday hours, and they are open on the weekends, but it's still saying from 9 on Fridays 9 to 3, and then during the week it's from 8 to 3.
Any more questions over there?
Oh, the strawberry cake.
Oh, and then someone said, what's my favorite candle scent? Woo, that's a hard one. It would have to be our new eucalyptus mint, our holiday. It is amazing. And eucalyptus mint is usually very strong. Like we have to shut down Candle World because some people have, allergic reactions. But we have a new one that is like a little more pure, and it is, it's amazing. It's amazing. So y'all try that new one. And we have a new, I don't want to mess up the name, but I know it's like Gava or Ghana. I'm sorry, but that smells really good too. Starts with a G. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Don't let me buy you lunch.
Well, we can
Get
find
a discount.
fine. How would I be able to reach out to you to?
I'm gonna
when you'll-
put my email and my number in the chats. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Terrie.
Yes, ma'am. Does anyone have any other questions? Did I miss anything? The food is oh my goodness, the strawberry cake is awesome. Lord.
Jack is
Terrie,
They have a new chocolate cake with white icing that's really good too, though. Y'all had that one?
no. Jack, what are you holding up?
Oh, I'm putting in a plug.
I
for
think,
the
isn't it?
Moringa tea,
Mm-hmm.
moringa mate,
Yes.
herbal, or non-caffeinated, really good.
Oh, no, I need the caffeine. You see how hyper I am? I need it to keep going. I use a lot of energy through the day.
Terrie, I think you have lots of advocates on this site today.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And if we
Yeah.
were not advocates before we heard you, we're certainly advocates now.
Okay. I was like, oh my goodness, Miss Carol seems like she is headed it together. I gotta get it together now. To make sure I know this stuff. So I just over talk to make sure I got it. Just say it all, whatever.
Hey,
I made sure, yes.
What,
But I feel
I have
so
a
good.
question. Terrie, how is your friend that was in the car accident? Is she
Doris,
okay?
yeah.
Miss Doris is doing good. She's
Good.
getting some rest. I didn't know, but are you sure that she was in a car accident? I thought she fell down the stairs.
Yeah. I think
Oh, okay, then my bad.
I was like, what happened now? Wait a minute now. But she fell down the stairs and like she kind of busted this up. So yeah, and she had just oh no, she had surgery today though too.
Yeah.
Like some type of replacement in her knee. So I think that was the main thing too, that she had surgery today. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. It's just keep her in our minds and hearts, you know. I love Miss Doris. Miss Doris has taught me so much. She's such a great speaker. Like I learned so much from her. And I'm sorry y'all didn't get to hear her. Y'all got the little teaspoon of her.
I think we got a cup running over, quite honestly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Terrie, you have been a wonderful, wonderful speaker.
Oh,
And
thank you.
I have to
can't
tell you
even-
something just kind of
Yes,
funny. How Kate,
Yes.
I told him how long the speakers usually spoke. And
Yeah.
he said, well, I'm not sure Terrie is up for speaking for 45 minutes. I'm going to get back with him and I'm going to tell him you could go 2 hours. So many, many thanks for all that you have offered us and your thoughts. And I think I can speak for the group in saying we all wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
Thank
You're
you all.
good to have you, Terrie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all stay awesome. Thank you for all the hard work you all are putting in now. Thank you so much. I did a little research on you all too, because I wasn't familiar with this. Okay.
Okay. And you know,
But I cannot wait to just meet some of you all. Who else is coming with Karen and Carol?
well, I'm actually taking a friend that's 86 over there for lunch on Monday. And so you will come and join us and she would enjoy you thoroughly.
Oh, I would love her.
You
Oh,
will love
yes.
her. And
I
I don't
would
know
love
when Karen's going to come, but you know,
As
I
soon
think it's gonna come
I-
soon.
I think I want to bring my daughter. She's 20 years old. She'll be home from college, graduating this year.
Aw.
Gonna get her master's in public health and is focusing on maternal and child health and women of color. I really would love for her to meet you.
Yes, I would
She
love to
loves
meet
you
her.
and she doesn't even know it yet. People
I would
like
love to meet
women
her.
like you are very inspirational to her. So I can't say enough about you.
Oh, thank you, Karen. It was so good to meet all of you all. Do you need anything else from me, Karen? Let's just throw up our hearts for Love Heals. Come on.
That's a good idea.
I think we can do that along with a
Yeah.
big applause for you. Magdalene, I'm going to toss it back to you for final words after I do one more final word. Our program for January is always our program for January, and it is Stuart Clifton. So we will look forward to what Stuart has to say about what the legislature is promising for the upcoming session. It should certainly be interesting, if nothing else.
I love the adjective interesting. He said nonpartisan. And so therefore, I haven't got much to say about that piece of it. But remember that the league does have an action committee. And that action committee is very active beginning in January. That what we do is we monitor bills, and if it's something that is egregious and definitely oppositional to what the league has stood for 101 years, we make ourselves heard across the state to our legislature. If anybody is interested in being part of that, look for an email and information in the voter. And meanwhile, may you all have happy holidays, however you celebrate them. And may you stay safe and healthy in this very difficult time for all of us. Take care.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you. This is great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to stop the recording?
No, I get out.
No,
Oh,
stop
I have
the
to stop
recording.
the recording.
Yeah.